Hi guys, it's Julian Hemmings here. I want to do a quick, well, not really a quick video, but a video about what is a RICO. And I want to talk about the historical significance of it and its current day usage. So please sit back, get some popcorn, get a notepad, or just kind of get, look at this. This is not legal advice, of course. I'm a law student. I'm just a guy who likes sharing out information and talking about the effects of the law. And so thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. It means the world. And if no one ever watches this video, at least I know that I made it, and it's something that people can refer to in their journey of trying to protect themselves. So the question, right, is what is a RICO? So the RICO stands for the Federal Racketeering, Influenced and Corrupt Organization Law. And it was passed in 1970 as the ultimate hitman in mob prosecutions. Prior to the RICO, the government could only try mob-related crimes individually instead of shutting down an entire criminal organization. RICO allows for prosecution of all individuals involved in a corrupt organization. In an article written by John L. Smith, mob families began to crack under the pressure due to even the strongest stand-up guy having trouble facing the 20-year and more sentences. While the RICO was originally aimed at the Mafia, over the past 37 years, prosecutors have used it to face many forms of organized crime. There is a civil and criminal component to RICO. To violate a RICO, this is from Justia, to violate a RICO, the person must engage in a pattern of racketeering activity connected to an enterprise. This could be gambling, murder, kidnap, arson, drug dealing, bribery. To charge under RICO, at least 2 predicate crimes must have occurred within the 10 years, and it must have been committed through the enterprise. An enterprise could be a crime family, a street gang, a drug cartel, a political party, a corporation, a managed care company, and an enterprise is defined as a discrete entity, but it is not an individual. The criminal RICO statute for prison terms of 20 years and severe financial penalties. The law allows prosecutors to attack assets so they can't be whisked out of the country before judgment. To succeed on a claim of RICO, there must be criminal activity, and that criminal activity must be enumerated, which is written in the code. Pattern of criminal activity, and so again, you need at least 2 crimes, and it must be within the statute of limitations. So RICO has a 4-year statute of limitations, which begin when the victim discovers the damages. The RICO elements and prohibited activities are included under 18 USC 1962. So you guys can check that out to confirm what's going on and all that with your attorney. The elements of the RICO again are that the defendant must be directly or indirectly employed by or associated with an enterprise. The defendant must have engaged in a pattern of racketeering, and the crime committed by the defendant must have affected interstate or foreign commerce. The burden of proof on the defendant when their items are being seized during the investigation was that the items that were obtained were not obtained through illegal activity. The RICO Act was passed by the Nixon administration to get the leaders of the Mafia, because they were originally unable to do so because their foot soldiers committed the crime. The RICO allowed prosecutors to convince Mafia members to testify against their leaders. As we were talking about before, guys, there was an immense issue of Mafia activity within this country, and the foot soldiers were being sent to do all the crimes. So the RICO is a tool to flip people, right? To flip the lower members to get up to the food chain, to the top guys. Right now you're seeing it happening with the YSL trial with Young Thug in Atlanta. You're seeing it happen all across the country. Prosecutor offices are kind of getting wind to this being a real tool to reveal gang activity. Now, is the RICO a bad thing? Is RICO a good thing? Well, in law, it's really hard to cement things as simple, bad, or good. They're very complicated things with complicated issues at hand, with complicated motivations. Now, the Mafia was a major criminal enterprise that took over this country and led to countless deaths all across America. Our law enforcement, what they want to do is keep us safe, right? And that's a noble motivation. The question comes in when there is too much expansion of RICO, where you're getting people who are so indirectly connected that they're just being landed. People are getting scared. People are even fearing that their First Amendment rights can be striked as a result, right? Because one guy who's doing a lot of legal talks right now, Bruce Willis, is talking about how your lyrics can be used in a criminal trial if they can show that they're backed up by something, right? Backed up by a given act. Again, guys, I'm not an attorney here, but this is a big tool that prosecutor offices are using to eliminate gangs off the streets, right? You're getting charged with at least 20 years. Okay? So watch what you say, watch who you connect to, because you don't want to lose your freedom. All right, guys, thank you so much and have a great one.